I got in trouble because I went. She turned around to walk away, and I went, "Hey, ketchup!"
Jesus Christ, really?
Why, where, and what? That's what the hell I want to know. They need to put a WH up behind the how, because I'll be wow. I don't give a damn.
This place sounds like a PC. So this sounds like that would be said.
So what is your actual problem?
I need ChatGPT and Wolfram Alpha to blow me.
I need to politely ask you, what the are you doing in your life?
I love cock gazing in the showers.
Wow.
How many examples do you need?
You had this apology. Just know I'm on your ass.
It never ends.
Fill her up.
You're listening to the Gas Digital Network. You're listening to Gas Digital Best of the Week.
What up, motherfuckers? It's the Real Ass Podcast.
That dating down show is actually it's fucking fascinating.
Let's
Yeah,
see.
is
Do you
there
have
a
I'd
trailer?
love to see a trailer. Let's see.
Oh, I have a different. I'll bring that one up next. But there is a reality show on A&E called Born This Way, and it's a bunch of people with Down syndrome that live together, and it goes through like their dating and personal lives. I have
the
a
real
60-second.
world for people?
Yes.
Oh, she's just black.
Yeah, that's Lunel.
There's been some challenges.
I get picked on. I feel like no one cares about me. Don't.
Who picks on? All right, let me say this. Yeah. Who picks on people these days? Like on a podcast making jokes. That's not picking on them.
People,
That's
kids, young people, and shitty people probably see somebody with Down syndrome and say something.
I remember there was a woman. I was very young. I was maybe 8 years old. And there was a woman. No, I'm a good guy in the story, I promise. She was at the gate, like almost like a dog, and she was going, "Hello, hello." And all the kids at the birthday party were mocking her, and they were going, "Hello, hello." Except, you know who wasn't?
You.
No, some other kid. I was leading the other kid.
I got in trouble once, and this is, I feel bad about it now, but there's an argument that I didn't do the wrong thing. There was a waitress that had Down syndrome in a pub in New Jersey, and she had, it was Down syndrome plus some stuff. It might have been cerebral palsy.
It was Down syndrome plus.
It was something. It was Down's plus. It was maybe cerebral palsy. It was weird that she was working there, but she was working there.
Yeah.
And we watched her, like the kitchen. I was there with two friends, and the kitchen was a decent, like for a normal person, it would have been, I don't know, 20 steps, 25 steps. But she came out of that kitchen. We watched her awkwardly kind of struggle with these plates, and then she put them down, and I got in trouble because I went. She turned around to walk away, and I went, "Hey, ketchup!" and people were like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, French fries come with everything, and I just wanted ketchup, and I felt bad. And then she looked back, and she went, "Yeah," and she just struggled back into the kitchen. And I felt bad about it, but what was I supposed to do?
Not have ketchup? That's crazy.
It would have embarrassed her to get up and get the ketchup myself.
I mean, I completely understand what you're saying.
So it is a gray area. It's hard.
It is.
And then if you tip her, she's just going to eat the money.
I tipped her a lot because I felt horrible because everyone, the two people I was with were like, "We're so embarrassed to be with you right now."
She gets a lot of guilt tips.
Yeah.
She gets so much money.
She probably fucking
I'm like,
worked.
what do you, what?
She might Kaiser Soze her way out of that restaurant every day.
Yeah. I think you're right.
That's really a good point.
Like, what do you make waiting tables? $250,000 a year.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah, she goes, "Yeah, I've
She
convinced
just starts
them
walking straight.
Yeah, I've convinced them I have cerebral palsy."
Shanna, did you have...
Yeah, I have the dating show trailer. It's called Love on the Spectrum.
I don't want to be alone. I want to find someone.
Well, she's just hot. Fuck off. Pause. They're not having the same problem. These, go back for 1 second. They're on the same Are you out of your fucking mind?
You're like, him, I get it.
This fucking poor guy, dude. Look at her. She's like,
Yeah.
I'm just having real problems finding love. You fucking cunt. She can fuck anybody she wants.
What if just the second half of her body's a horse? She's like a centaur.
Godfrey. Trust. And what you say is true.
Godfrey.
Could be
was in Bridgeport, and this
That's
chick,
so funny.
This chick came in. She goes, yo, I'm like into Reiki. I'm like a spiritual healer.
Came in the room?
right? And we
Oh,
was she was in the green room.
Okay.
And then we was just like, all right, whatever, right? And then she was like, yo, I'm with the cocaine. So and then we was like, what? And then she goes, I don't like when every time she didn't get the response, she went deeper. She was like, I don't even have a gag reflex. And I go, let me say something to you. I go, you're better than you think you are. I said, don't ever stand in a group of men and tell them that you don't have no gag reflexes. I said, as a human being, you're better than what you're giving yourself.
Yeah. And she was around. We remember she hung around a lot of white dudes.
Yeah, because she was. I go. You Reiki healer, and then you the cocaine bitch. Then now you don't have that. I go.
From good to bad so fast.
Real fast. And I was, and then she she
melted down.
I said you're better than you think you are, and she started tearing up.
You Dr. Fielder.
And I was like, this is back in the days. I'd have flipped it and had her working. I said, don't ever reduce your. Don't ever.
All right, we're gonna get you started on you want to lose your gag reflex. All right, everybody. Looks like we done what we did. But I'm going to tell you right now, whatever reflex your ass got, that's your damn business. But what you done did is what you done did. That's what, I'm going to tell you this right now. All this crazy stuff right here, all you ladies better watch out. Because all your dumb ass girls with your bullshit, it ain't happening with me. I'll tell you that right now. Top 5 answers on the board. Let me let you know what Steve Harvey ain't fit to do. I hate that this shit can be every fucking
It's no good. You can't even stop it.
I know, right?
You can't stop it.
I'm sorry. That shit makes me laugh, man. That Steve Harvey shit kills me every time.
Show me no gag reflex.
I know when we turn on the music, it'll be like this. Yeah. That's what it's all about. I hope the Anderson family had a good time. Jackson's had a good time, boy. Stuff was crazy. People lost all their damn money. You know what you done did. But it's been another good one again. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Steve Harvey, boy, all day long in your face. All day, Cleveland, kiss my ass, making money, hosting everything. Woo, Pat Sajak coming after your show. Guarantee you.
Where?
Up to now.
Oh, what?
Okay, one more time. Why? Where and what? That's what the hell I want to know. They need to put a WH behind the how, because I'll be wow. I don't give a damn. Derek always laughing, but he don't know what he done did. Laughing at my shit. That shit ain't funny, boy. I'm making money hosting all the shows. You got me fucked up. Shit, that's right. I'm gonna let everybody know this is the end of that podcast. It's morning time. I need to go to sleep. I need to go to goddamn sleep.
I was in Orlando. This was years ago after one of my breakups, and I took a solo trip. I was like, I'm gonna mark off a bucket list item, and I am going to swim with dolphins.
Yeah.
Oh, I swim with dolphins.
Yeah. SeaWorld?
It was a SeaWorld. Yes, I applied for a job, and they hired me, and then let
you
them
got
all
what it
train.
takes, kid. You want to swim with the fucking dolphins, huh?
Started a new career.
Go ahead.
So there's an hour left before they close, and this is where I go, you know what? I'm exhausted. I'm going to pull up one of these beach chairs. There's a beach, and there's dolphins like back. You're like 30 feet from dolphins. I'm like, I'm going to soak all this in and actually relax. Get in the moment here. And I start lounging on one of these chairs. I'm soaking in the sun. The Jamaican music is playing. There's a breeze, and I hear some people behind me in a cabana start getting louder as they are exchanging words that I can't make out because there's a tree line between us. And then it gets louder and louder. And this is where, should I write it down, the sentence that happened in this thick Jersey accent?
Whisper it to him, maybe?
Whisper it to you.
Okay, we're
So
back.
picture me just lounging with my eyes closed, keeping, a faint eye on this situation, and then this pipes up.
You gonna call my son an asshole? Huh? You gonna call my son an asshole after you know I had nothing to do with raising him? Huh? I want another pina colada. I don't even know this fucking kid.
It sounds like my ex-boyfriend's mother.
Wait, he said I had nothing to do with raising him. My son.
Yes.
I had nothing to do with raising him.
Yes.
Okay, we're in Orlando. Okay. That kind of makes sense. This place sounds like a piece of shit. So this sounds like that would be said. You're going to fucking call my son? You call me an asshole?
But
What happens
That's also
next?
the migration. It's like Brooklyn, Staten Island, New Jersey, Florida. So they're in their final resting place.
I wanted to go to Epcot. Instead, we're at fucking Jamaica Cove. With my gay son. Wait, what did this kid do?
I mean, that's the question, right? What did he do to be called an asshole by some other adult who isn't his parent? What happened
got
after
trauma.
that? Yeah, people start like looking behind in the tree line. I'm just like, God, I'm never gonna forget this. I'm never gonna forget this. And then they bring two managers over and split these people apart. And the manager, I heard one of them, and he's just like, so tell me what's going on, like to talk them like they're bartenders or something.
Yeah.
The guy goes, I don't know, I got to spend a hotel with this guy. I fuck these people. I don't like these people. Oh my God. And then they start yelling again at each other, like, give me my car keys. You got my car keys. It's my car, And so that was really the end of it. But I just thought that was comedy gold right there. In that setting, for that to take place is hilarious.
Yeah, that's horrible. That's Orlando.
And also this being like, you said, an hour before closing. So they were probably drinking all day as they're going through this. And this is like the culmination of that.
Oh my God, I wish I was a fly on the wall though.
We ask everybody on the show this, and you're no different, but I'm curious to know, has there been a time in your life that you should have apologized but didn't?
Yes.
Oh,
several times.
Yeah. Wow.
Whenever I accuse my son of something he didn't do.
Oh, really?
And
okay, let's get down to this because
Yeah.
I love to hear a mother at least be honest to be
Yeah.
like, my son be right sometimes.
Yeah,
and I'm not apologizing.
I ain't gonna apologize, number one. You know what I'm saying? Just because I'm not apologizing. And nigga, you done did it before, so that's why I thought you did it this time.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So it's
fucked
your
up.
fault that I even thought you did this in the first place.
Okay, this is some black mom
You like
logic
the
right
mom
here.
from Boys in the Hood.
'Cause this is where me and my mom don't fuck with each other now because it's like this lady will not apologize.
I'm not apologizing. I'm raising you. Fuck you and this apology. Just know I'm on your ass. That's how I am.
But that's where at least you know.
Yeah.
Thank you, because that gave me proof. Moms be knowing. Y'all be knowing what the fuck y'all doing. Just stubborn.
Yeah.
Just being ladies.
I'm not apologizing to you, dude. It's not happening. And it happened, so he was like, see, Ma, I told you. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, nigga.
But see,
you done
that's
lied before.
that's the other thing that's fucked up because you hold it against him what he's done in the past. My mom, I am 40 years old. My mom will still bring up shit that my teachers used to say in 5th grade. My mom bring up shit I did when I was 10 as justification for her overreacting on some shit now. And I'd be like, yeah, I can't. You're crazy. You can't hold that against me forever. Taxes only go 7 years.
You done lied about the game before. You done lied about your homework before. You done lied about the phone before. This
But
type
what
of shit
if
he
the
get in
nigga
trouble for.
trying to clean up his act?
Well, where you think he learned it from, Ashema?
And let me tell you, and he has cleaned up his act. He's matured. You know,
So?
I see the change.
But you ain't going to tell
I'm
him.
not finna fucking apologize.
Oh,
but
my
I tell
God.
him I see the change. I see the maturity in you. But I'm not apologizing.
Oh,
yeah, I hit
God.
you upside your head. So what? You did something. You needed it. Number one, Ashton bigger than me. He like y'all size. Now I ain't whooping him no more. You know what I'm saying? I just take some shit away. But before then, it would really have to build up for me to whoop him. I give you chance after chance after chance after chance. Then I have to snap on your ass. But the last time I tried to whoop that motherfucker shit, I was hurting.
Yeah.
I was so Arms hurt, back hurt.
I remember denting out my mom's bracelets up.
Right. When I realized, okay, this a young man. This shit ain't even phasing him.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to hit him harder because he ain't crying.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, man,
And stop
fuck
now
you.
before he start playing around with martial arts. And ain't nothing worse than you accidentally throw your mom in
You're
a full
really supposed
Nelson.
to call daddy to whoop your ass. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Because I remember once I accidentally put my mom in a full Nelson, and we had to negotiate her release.
You had your mom in the full Nelson? Okay. Since we gonna be honest, Asher didn't put me in a full Nelson, but it was a half a Nelson.
He put him in a half a Nelson.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, he
I
put you in
swear
a
to
half
God,
Nelson.
I'm gonna kill you.
A half Nelson
That's
is
the
crazy
worst.
He
too.
was like, Mama, I just don't want you to hit me no more.
Right.
I was like, I swear to God.
Right. I'm defending myself, man. And you know how hard it is to negotiate with your mom when she let me the fuck go. I'm gonna kill you as soon as you let me go. Like,
You had the arms
I'll
up
let
like
you
that?
go, but don't hit me. Don't hit me.
Let me tell you, when he let me go, I just went in my room and closed my door. And he went in his room, closed his door. We ain't talked for like 2 days. Then I made a roast.
Then I made a roast.
That's his favorite shit. And we got past it.
Then I made a roast.
Oh, shit.
And it was
That's
all
his favorite food, and we got past it.
Talking about fight, right? And I've never been in a fight in my life. And you said, I'm now the second person you've ever met.
That never been in a fight in life.
That's
Male.
pretty
You're
long.
the first. You're the second male.
Right, male. Yeah.
That-
Women, you find a little more. Yeah.
Hopefully, I could see some people who I know had never. I could look at them like he's never had a fight.
Yeah.
But you and Marcus D. Wiley, I would have never. I was like.
I
no.
looked a lot tougher than I am. That's for sure.
Well, let me say this, Allie, because there was an old saying that a friend of mine, Dustin Chapin, comedian who's in LA now, always
The
said that
saying
I
is,
believe
Ralph
in.
Sutton is a pussy.
No.
That's so weird that he was saying that.
I trust you, Ralph, but there was an old saying, never trust a dude who's never been in a fight. And I always believe it, but I think Ralph's a good one. I think he's an exception to the rule, but I've always felt that was a great statement because someone who's not gotten smacked in the fucking mouth, there's a level of like overconfidence and just they.
I have no confidence in a fight. I know I'm going out
No, but
right
not
away.
in a fight in life. They beak at you. They can
I
do
would
shit.
never
They can
do
put
any
a
of that.
hand on your woman and shit like that.
I've never heard that saying. Never trust the person who never had a fight. I've never heard that, but I've never started a fight.
Well, no, but
I've been in a lot of them.
too.
I just never started one.
Yes.
So I trust Marcus. It's crazy. I
Well,
trust.
and I'm
Marcus.
sure- yes,
now
and
that
what
you said it, now that it's gonna be in my head, I'm like,
Now neither of you trust
But
me.
there's
What
a
the
level. But there's a level to it. But there's a privilege to it.
One time I
Of
was
not getting humbled in front of people and looking like a bitch ass.
I was in a club, and this guy wanted to start a fight with me, and I said, let's go out. Let's just go outside. I don't want to do anything. Let's go outside. And I just act like I'm ready to do this. So we're walking, and in my head I said, okay, if we get past that table, I'm gonna have to admit that I'm a pussy and I can't fight. And right when we got almost to the table, he said, you're not worth it, and he just walked away. So several times in my life, I told you about another one out there. Several times it came so close,
and you won
then
liar's
I
poker.
just kept acting confident, and they fucking backed out.
You're
The
6 foot
level
a
of-
lot.
the
Who would want to
level-
mess with you?
The level of confidence that he's walking out the door, like, let's just go outside. And he's like, oh, man, I hope he doesn't want to go outside. I just hope. But you keeping it together inside. Inside, you keeping it together like, I hope this guy. And then you go, look, I know Marcus, if I was to see Marcus call somebody outside, I know it's only to talk. I know it's like, let's go outside. And then I'm going to just go right behind because I know Marcus is going to get out there and say, hey, man, so what is your actual problem?
Let's talk about it.
But that will work with a guy who's
Can
big.
you journal out your problems, and maybe we can figure this out?
The level of what you can do to stop a fight is different than me. Like with you, like I said, the things you've done is like, hey guys, you don't want nothing to me.
Yeah.
At that,
Yeah.
I have to be crazy. I once sweated a dude by putting my arm behind my back and whispered to him. I go, I understand your concerns, but let me tell you, back home in Vegas, I'm not threatening you, but my friends, if you talk like that to them, you get smacked in the fucking mouth. With my arms behind my back like a choo-choo-roon. Guy fucking started shaking the shit like he saw 3 ghosts at once and he got the fuck out.
But you seem a little wired, though.
Yeah, he does seem like someone that might have
a little wild. Boy.
Like if I was to see you, I was like, oh, he's clearly going to bite me.
Yeah.
Like even in this fight, he's clearly going to take a chunk out of somewhere.
I'll get a piece. There's a fellow comic.
Yeah, I may win the fight, but I'm going to lose a piece of my body if I'm fighting him.
He's going to eventually bite me somewhere.
Something's going to happen.
Undisputed UFC middleweight champion of the world.
Speaking of getting personal, you get any respect at the firehouse yet? Or they still treat you like shit?
Like, hey, celebrity, what's up, celebrity? I'm like, well, I'm not a celebrity like you are. And then the 4th of July, we had to do some stuff for the city for the fireworks. And I was a bike medic. And they're like, hey, you have a camera crew following you around the whole day? I'm like, it never ends. Never ends.
They're bastards. But you wouldn't want it any different, would you? I mean, because that's the treating you normal, the busting your balls. That's what you like.
Yeah, well, they don't bust your balls. I mean, they don't like you. So I'm doing it.
That's a good point.
That's a great point.
What else has been going on outside of the world of mixed martial arts? Because Anthony tells me if he tries to talk to you about MMA, you're not interested. But if you want to talk about anything else, you're all about it.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't talk about it. We had dinner at Catch.
Yeah. Joe, what about your fight, though? What?
Talk about your fights and stuff.
Oh, yeah. But I guess my point was you don't watch.
It's not about me.
I mean, you're not sitting around watching every fight night card, though.
No, not at all. No. Like, no.
Which I think that is I think that's part of a lot of the reason you are the way you are as far as your mindset going into fights. Like, you don't consume yourself with it and overly concern yourself. Like, I think that sometimes we get, myself included, I get too into the weeds and I'm almost overstimulated with the sport a little bit. And so I can never get away from it. So even, when Mike was saying, how did you get through, what was the time like after the Francis fight? I suspect that it was probably easier because of your mindset that when I lose, I'm right back on the desk or I'm right here with Mike on Monday and that's all we're talking about. So it's not like I can't get away from it. So you're very insulated, with your friends and your family. And I think that helps a lot.
Yeah, there's no question. I'm real tight. Like, we have we have a lot of good friends and they're real tight, but they'll ask something, but they never bring it up more. They don't really talk about it. Like, I can literally go out there and get dropped in 1 second and they're like, all right, cool. Hey, you want to go to the bar tomorrow? Like, Like, they don't care. Like, they don't be fighting. They just care about me as a person, which, it's going to have a team like that.
So come fight night, obviously it's John Jones, and I know you don't talk trash, and I really respect that, but of course your confidence is going to be high going into this, because it should be. How does this end, and how do you expect the fight to play out?
How I expect it to play out? Well, I'm walking out with the belt wrapped on my waist, and new. There's no question about that. And I'm just going to beat him in every aspect of the game. I'm definitely going for the finish.
You think he takes you down?
If he does, I'll get right back up.
Do you think he pokes you in the eye? I'm joking. I'm sorry, John. If you see that, it's a joke.
Yeah, shits and giggles. He definitely walking out with the belt wrapped around my waist. There's no question.
Anthony, you should have said there. Does he knee you in the head?
Yeah. Does he knee you in the head? Does he kick you in the balls?
John. Again, John, I'm joking.
Just kidding.
One of my teammates were in the hotel on a road gig. So when this is at the lowest level of professional baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And
the open mics of baseball.
It was the open mics of baseball.
Yes.
And the lights are off, and he was a big religious guy. And he, they kind of knew something was weird about me, right? But it wasn't overt but I was a big pecker checker.
What is that?
Oh, I love cock gazing in the showers.
Wow.
Oh.
So this is at single A?
No, this is at independent ball, but I was injured, so basically.
Wait, what is cock gazing in the shower?
You never look at cocks in the showers?
I don't shower with other men.
Oh, you never went to gyms?
The privacy of my own home, their own home.
No, that's
their friend's home where they're staying because they're homeless.
The shelter on 14th Street.
Yeah, the YMCA. So wait, you would shower and just be like, with your teammates?
I know your fans are gonna hate this, but I used to
stop saying my fans.
There were in Toronto when I was like in the closet, and I was just like, oh my god, there were these like hot 19, 20-year-old street kids who I used to pay money to watch them jerk off in like the stairwells and stuff.
And 3, 2, 1.
Can we actually cut that part?
JJ.
Oh, dude.
How old are you?
Oh, I was also 20 and 21 when I was.
Oh, so it was like a lateral move.
Oh, it was
How
lateral.
much would you pay?
Yeah, what's the going rate for a
These were
stairwell jack?
$10 for these meth head twinks.
No.
Yeah, I was like fucking suppressed too. We both had our drug.
Did they take a Boogie Nights route and become famous porn stars?
No, but one kid was so hot, but he was so dirty. So he's like had the like.
Yeah, he's like, can I have shower?
I feel.
How about you pay me in a meal and a shower? I don't give a fuck about $10.
Can I have shower?
Can I have shower?
Shower, please.
Shower, please. Can I have shower,
Need
please?
shower. Put onion in my boot and then shower, please.
Mr. JJ, not again. Please, need shower. Mr. JJ, no.
JJ, fix teeth, then I can come, please.
JJ. JJ, I cannot come when you yell so much. JJ, you yell so much. Please, JJ.
I would have loved him to shower too. His fingers were so dirty. I guess it was from like scraping out the crack out of the pipe just to get the last bit. And I was like, this is uncomfortable for me too. Like to watch him.
But I'm still gonna do it.
Yeah, of course.
But I got a 10 burning in my pocket, baby.
Literally.
I'm gonna hit the streets of Toronto.
What, do you expect me to keep this hammy in my pocket?
Literally $10 bills.
Fucking SAG-AFTRA, bro. Fucking unions.
Oh, they were talking a lot, huh?
They were talking that shit. This is the time, Chris. This is where we fucked up. We should have seen this coming. We should be renting out fucking inflatable rats left and right. It'd be fucking huge.
Damn it! How do we not start this inflatable rat business?
I looked it up. It's like between $500 and $800 to rent out a. Look up inflatable rat.
Wait, a
giant inflatable rat.
Yeah, not
Just like a regular.
That would be ridiculous.
What is this? What is this? A strike for ants? Zoolander. Bang.
The champ is here.
Thank you.
So it's between $110 and $500 a day.
Fucking put up the $110 one, because I doubt it's that giant.
Well,
oh, that's pretty scary.
I mean, no.
No, it's in an apartment.
Yeah, it's like fucking 8 feet tall.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
looking at the one
Yeah.
bottom left.
That's like $2,000.
That is $2,000.
$200 to $2,000.
All right, we got to get in this inflatable
We'd be out
rat.
in L.A. just fucking flinging rats, getting all that fucking writer savings money.
First of all, how is that more expensive to rent than a bouncy house? That's crazy.
Oh no, sorry, that's not rent. You can buy it for that price.
Oh, for $2,000, and then we're renting it out.
Dude,
Look
that's
up, find a giant rat rental company, see what they charge.
I'll be honest.
Stan.
The only union I'm fine with renting these rats to is probably the Screen Actors Guild.
Not even the writers?
No, I think even the writers I respect more.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is gratis. All right. Depending on how long the strike lasts.
Yeah. I mean, look, within reason.
Yeah. I mean, we want you guys to be seen and be heard.
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, I mean, I also, like, I have 3 dozen giant rats. This cost me $36,000. Wait, much more than that. It's like $80,000. That 36 times 2, $72,000.
We need some of that AI in here.
Yeah, I need ChatGPT and Wolfram Alpha to fucking blow me. You know what? Wolfram Alpha, I fucking heard about this dumb
Dude, yeah, remember that?
math fucking Google for years.
Wolfram Alpha.
Wolfram Alpha.
I tried to look at it and I was like, I don't understand this.
I fucking look up Clissy porn and it's giving me like a derivative of a number.
Yeah, get the fuck out
Right?
of here, asshole.
Yeah, I don't need that. I want to see fucking naked clown women. Is that bad?
No, I think it's fine.
I'm not a kink shamer. That's my thing. I accept everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Jorge.
Harrington, how much to rent one of these rats?
So all the places I'm finding that they have them for rent, you need to like email them for a quote. But I'm seeing it very widely. Apparently, the one that like is super recognizable
Sure.
is it's called Scabby the Rat.
That's good. That's pretty solid.
Itself is like it's copyrighted, trademarked. It has its own union that makes those.
What?
And those go for between $2,000 and $10,000.
Can you show me a $10,000 one? That's $10K.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like it's worth more than a fucking bouncy house. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like, can't we just paint a bouncy house to look like a rat?
Just paint giant eyes, like
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
ears.
Look, it's terrifying. Look how fun this strike is.
We couldn't afford the rat.
We're not working. You get it? It's inflatable.
I bet it's saving. It's a gig economy. What am I supposed to do?
Well, if you're in a union.
Money in my pocket, I'm fucking spending it.
This is a real distinction between our camp of libertarians and the Reason Cato camp of libertarians. We should be skeptical, Rob, that government should ever be. They're so ineffective. How could we ever believe that they could carry out such a nefarious scheme? Where exactly is that deduced from libertarian principles? You know, libertarian principles, no matter what camp you're in, it might be that you believe in the non-aggression principle, or you believe in natural rights, or you believe in both, or you just believe in like kind of maximum liberty or something like that. But you have to think government is so ineffective that they couldn't carry out nefarious schemes. That to me doesn't seem like libertarianism. That to me seems just to live in a world completely divorced from reality. And okay, fair enough. There are some areas that government is very ineffective at, right? Like, at least they're ineffective at their stated goals. Like government might try to build a road and it'll cost you way more than the road would otherwise cost you. And it'll take way longer than it would otherwise take you. Government might say we want to deliver really great health care for the people, and they might be really ineffective at delivering that health care, right? You know? But does that mean like you only believe that they're ineffective if you take for granted that their goals are their stated intentions? Does that make sense? How efficient has our government been at making Lockheed Martin filthy fucking rich? They've done a pretty good job, right? Like, pretty good. Like, it just depends on what you think their goal is. And if you're sitting here and saying, oh, you really think, okay, so libertarians who know that, look, we know that there are issues with government providing common goods. We know that there are issues in the pricing system and with all these things that, like, yes, if there were good people in government who really wanted to provide, you know, baskets of wheat to every working American, we know that would be a very inefficient system. Okay, fine. I get that. But to extrapolate from that come on, libertarians, do you really think there's nefarious actors at the absolute top who could efficiently get government to move in some type of conspiratorial way to do some evil thing? Is insane. How many examples do you need? There's so many, and we're way over time. I didn't think we were going to go this long as an episode, but like, of course we know that government is tremendously efficient at making privately connected interests rich and slaughtering people and destroying. They are the most efficient and effective organization in the history of the world at doing that, man. And I don't know where you have to be that you would even think that makes you sound like a conspiracy theorist.
This is a quick little very without a country story that's been circulating online a lot. You probably heard that there was a UK cancer trust that suggested the term bonus hole as a term for vagina. This is from foxnews.com. It says the more inclusive terms are offered in the Cancer Trust's LGBT glossary. According to the Cancer Trust's official glossary of LGBTQ, they didn't add the Q here though, inclusive terms, bonus hole is an optional term for vagina in the context of cancer treatment. According to its website, the trust offers the following definition and guidelines. An alternative word for vagina, it is important to check which word someone would prefer to use. The glossary also offers front hole as an alternative term for a vagina. Using the correct language when referring to someone's gender identity is a simple and effective way to demonstrate support and recognition, Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust states in the glossary section of its official website. If incorrect language is used without being corrected, it can cause someone to feel hurt or distressed. This may lead them to leave and to eventually seek support elsewhere. Fox News Digital reached out to Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust for clarification on the term and on what basis the recommendation is made. They said the information is from a webpage written for health professionals to support trans men and or non-binary patients with a cervix to attend cervical screening, Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust told Fox News Digital. The page includes a glossary of terms they may hear from their patients and was developed with expert organizations who work with the LGBT community. The statement continued, our mission at Joe's is to prevent as many cervical cancers as possible, and a big part of that is increasing uptake of cervical screening. Women are our main focus for this. However, some trans men and or non-binary people have cervixes, and to reduce as many cervical cancers as possible, we also provide information for this group. Joe's Cervical Cancer Trust began operation in 2000 after being founded by British businessman James Maxwell. The trust was named after Maxwell's wife, Jo, who died of cervical cancer in 1999. James Maxwell died in 2003. Joe's okay. This is just about the thing. We're good. And so this is a story that had kind of been circulating in a very clickbaity way, basically under like trying to make people believe that they were trying to say that instead of calling women's vaginas, that they would be attempting to call our vaginas bonus holes to be more inclusive. I mean, obviously it's hilarious, but and I'm glad Fox News, if you actually read the article, is doing correct reporting on this, because I also pulled the article from thepinknews.com, which is like a more left-leaning news source. And basically it was very clear then when you read both of those articles that they're not suggesting to not call the vagina anymore. They're merely suggesting that people who are coming and maybe not identifying as female anymore, but still they want to make them feel comfortable in a cervical cancer screening, that they are using terminology that doesn't make them feel like something they are not. So they're using, suggesting front hole or bonus hole. Again, hilarious to suggest bonus hole. And I don't know who that's like making feel more comfortable, but that's all it was. It was merely a way to encourage more people to get cervical cancer screenings. And I don't think that's a bad thing. So, again, not trying to say that women don't have vaginas, but certainly how the story was framed and circulated.
Zach Amico's Midnight Spook Show.
Yeah, that is creepy.
Here's the depressed girl.
Did you guys read scary stories to tell in the dark when you were kids?
No.
Or are you too young for that?
No.
They used to have them at the Scholastic Book Fair, and they would be these collection of little scary stories with these terrifying black and white drawings. And the one that's always stuck with me my whole life was a lady who had like a bug bite, and it kept getting bigger and bigger on her face. And at the end of the story, she goes to pop it in the mirror, and it was like 1,000 baby spiders all start crawling out of her face.
That happened to me in elementary school. I had I thought it was a zit, and then I went to the dermatologist at like 12, and it was actually an egg, and they said that if it gets big enough, it could have hatched and like.
What, are you trying to get rid of her?
Yeah.
No, I just think
I'm just.
You're
literally.
Yeah, and
life is like the movie Tick. I'm like,
I need to politely ask you, what the fuck are you doing in your life that you are so
the
susceptible to
bugs
bug
are
attacks?
coming for you.
I don't know. My karma's not great. I think in another life I was like.
A bug
evil.
killer? You just walked around killing
Just
bugs?
a general killer.
Okay.
Have you guys heard about the Long Island gigolo killer?
No, tell us about it.
Actually, I think his name is Gigolo. Or
The guy that just got arrested?
Yeah.
He's like young, right? And he just killed like.
He's been killing women since for 10 years.
Oh.
Not 19.
Oh, he wasn't the one that was throwing bitches on the highway, was he?
Yeah, they found him.
Oh shit! Wasn't he like the
Today.
Rose something killer too?
I forget what he's called. It's not Gigolo. It's like a Long Island city. But
Was he the Craigslist? He's a Craigslist killer, right? Or he was like a dating
it was
site?
prostitutes. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, so no real people.
No.
No one on OnlyFans.
Oh yeah.
My
those
dad
aren't
called me
prostitutes.
today. He goes, Hannah, promise you won't make a fans only. And I was like, what? I'm glad you don't know what it's called.